Here's the thing you need to know about being my friend. I will make fun of you relentlessly. However, the moment someone else makes fun of you, I will rip their soul out of their mortal body and yeet it over into the eternal abyss where it will stay forever. So you're protected, just not from me.
Alright guys, well, I got the backsplash done. You can see the veins run up into the backsplash. And then I also have the wraparound side coming down around the front. Now I do need to touch up certain places, like back here. It's a little bit heavy in there, so they give you another small little can of white paint and a real porous sponge, so you just kind of dab it on there. So I'm going to do that. There's a couple places. There's that one, there's that one back there, that one there I don't like either, so I'm just going to dab those a little bit to kind of break up that gray a little bit. Probably not today. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow or the following day, but I will show you when I'm done later. Good afternoon, everybody. It is a beautiful 81-degree day this afternoon here in Central Florida. It is a beautiful day. Today was my second day at my new job at Turftronics, which is an irrigation place, literally not even 4 minutes from me down the road here. But yesterday what I did is I learned how to test some circuit boards and that, and today we went all the way down South Orlando to a golf course called Sunnybrook West, which is like way out there, 50 minutes away from here. And I was taught how to check the sprinkler heads, the big huge ones that pop up out of the ground at golf courses, because it's all golf course irrigation. The big, huge, round ones that you see in the middle of the fairway, that when they go off, they'll shoot a stream like 50 feet in each direction and go around in a circle. So we had to test a bunch of them today and everything, and that was that was interesting. She was the one doing it. She's the one that's going to be doing it. I'm just essentially going to be handing it to her and clipping the wires together to trigger it on and off. But yeah, that was kind of interesting. And she got soaked, I got a little bit wet, but you know what, on a hot day it got up to like 80, I think it was 87 earlier today. It's really late. It was a 10-hour day today, and you know, that was another thing. I told her I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I know we ran into some issues and problems, and occasionally that's going to be fine, but on a regular basis, no, I'm not doing it. 8-9 hours most I'm doing, which was what one of the problems was with Massey. But anyway, the only thing I don't like about it so far is it looks like it's going to be a little bit more outside work all the time, which is okay because it's not really going to be physical. It's more just standing, sitting down, testing with probes. You know, I'm not going to be digging holes. I'm not going to be digging up stuff and re-digging stuff and stuff like that. Occasionally, yes, she said, you might have to find a wire, trace a wire and dig it up. But, you know, that's fine. But for the most part, it's not going to be that physical. And a lot of the places where all these control towers and all that stuff are on the golf courses, it's in shade, it's under trees, it's back out of the way. So it's not like I'm going to be in direct sun. But we'll see how it goes. That's all I can tell you right now is we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's it. I'm waiting for Mr. Milo to come. Mr. Milo is going to spend a few days with me. Brandon's on his way right now. He should be here probably any minute. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Just a little update. Later. Mr. Milo is here. Mr. Milo is here. Hello, Mr. Milo. Hey, Woody. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You probably smell my boss's dogs. Okay, talk to you later. Milo, you ready to have some fun? I didn't have time to get ham or anything. I'm going to have to pick some up tomorrow for you. What are you doing? Ah, now I remember this place.
Buddy, let me take your buddy. Let me take the leash. Buddy, Milo. Thank you.
You want some water, buddy? I'll get you some water. I'll film you later.
I need you not. Milo. Just like that.
Nope. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, go. Alright, now spin me around.
Good boy, Milo. What's up, guys? Mr. Milo has been here for 2 days already. We just got back from our walk, right? Right? Yeah, just got back from our walk. Gotta go to work. I'm leaving the TV on for him. He's just chewing on his little toy there. He'll relax. He'll go, once I leave, he'll sit by the door for 3 hours. And then he'll go, and I'll see him on my cameras and everything, laying on the couches. He's gonna rip my couch up. He keeps scratching at that thing. He's been doing that the last couple days. I'm waiting for his claw to rip a hole in my... He either does it here or on the sofa. But, hopefully he won't rip a hole in him. Oh, we'll see. Say bye, Milo. Say see you, Milo. He's too busy with his toy. Later, guys. Alright, guys, so the next step that we're going to do, now that this is all nice and dry, the next step is it comes with a white base and a really porous sponge. And what we're going to do, we're going to mix this white paint up. We're going to pour it on the plate. We're going to take the sponge, dip it in, dip it off so it's very lightly coated, and then just lightly pat over some of these darker areas to kind of break it up and diffuse it a little bit, just like that. And we'll see how that turns out. I'm not going to do it on all of them, just on a couple little certain sections that are a little bit dark. I'm just going to try to lighten them up a little bit. So let me get you set up and we'll get going. Alright guys, well as you can maybe tell, it's very subtle in there, very subtle, kind of broken up. I only did it in a few places on here, like right in there. But see, you really can't even tell, and that's the way you want it to be. You want it to where it's not even noticeable. Now I gotta let that dry for a couple hours, and then I'm gonna come back, and I got the epoxy resin all set up. Probably going to need 2 kits. It comes with 3, I'm probably gonna need 2. Actually, probably only going to need 1.5 to do this area. But we'll see how it goes. I'll be back with you then. Alright guys, well I am getting ready to epoxy. Put the final epoxy resin on top of this marbleized countertop here to give it that super high gloss, really good shine. Now, best I can figure, I'm going to be using 1.5 of these kits. It comes with 3 cans of this, 3 cans of activator. I am expecting to be using about 1.5, 1.25, 1.5, because the one can I don't think is going to cover this whole thing. But what I'm also preparing to do in my kitchen, since I did that countertop like 9 years ago, I made it granite. As you can see here, made it granite. Now the shine in this area, which is where I mostly use it right here, is kind of fading. So what I'm planning on doing is whatever I have left over from that countertop, I'm going to start in this area here and go across this way as far as I can to refinish this part of my kitchen, because the other sections are all pretty good still. I use this section most of the time, which is why it's duller than all the rest. So I'm going to recoat that. and give it a new shine. And hopefully that'll work. I will let you know. Later. Alright guys, well, the final top coat is on. It is looking really good right now. It is nice and shiny. It is leveling out. It is a self-leveling epoxy coating. So that will level out and it will smooth out over time. Now, in an hour, I have to take all this tape off. Otherwise, it will be, well, it will be cemented in place. And with that being said, like I had said before, I did have enough to redo that one section of my countertop. As you can see, kind of see, there's a glare, but as you can kind of see right there. So that is also drying. I'm not going to be able to use that for about a week while that dries and sets up, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. I kind of moved everything over to there and over to the table over there. So that's where everything will be for now. But yeah, right now everything's got to dry and set and level off. I think it looks pretty good. I will show you when it's completely done. Once I get the tape and everything off, and after it dries for about 2, 3, 4 days, I will show you it then again. But as of right now, I think it looks pretty good. Later, guys. What is up, everybody? That was this week's Around the House. I did finally get the marble countertop done. Now, I think that looks fantastic. Now, I got to tell you, though, the process of putting the epoxy coating on that is very tedious, and you need to give yourself a lot of time. Because I actually had to redo one section because I didn't give it enough time looking for the little bubbles and the little specks in there that you got to pull out with tweezers. I didn't show that in this video. But what happens is when you're going to epoxy, you got to pour the epoxy on there, and then you got to move it around with the roller, and then you got to let it set. And as it sets, it gets little bubbles in it. So you got to sit there for about 45 minutes to an hour with a pair of tweezers and look at it at an angle to get the glare from the light to go and pop those little bubbles. Now, what I found out also is the way they say to put it on with a thin coat is not the way to do it. Because when I first did it the first time, I popped the bubbles and there wasn't enough there to fill in that little hole. Be it as little as it was, there wasn't enough there. So the second time I did it, I put it on thicker. And then when the bubbles popped up, I took the tweezers and I popped the bubble and it just filled in. And I had to sit there and there's still some bubbles in there because I didn't see them all. But it's very rare, and with it being white, you can't see it. Now, when I redid the kitchen one, the black one, you can see every little imperfection in there. I actually did that one twice also, and I actually ran out at the very end. So at the very end of the counter, I put my toaster and my cutting board over it where it ended because it looks kind of rough. I am going to go back and fix that later, just not now. But on the black countertop, you see every little bubble. You see every little dent, every little imperfection. On the white one, like in the bathroom vanity, you really don't see it. The only way you're going to notice it is if you rub your hand over it. You might feel it, and then you have to get down and look at the certain angle, and then you'll see where the little bubble is. But, yeah, that turned out great. That turned out great. Like I said, a lot better than what I thought it was going to turn out. coming up soon, next week, maybe the week after, I start diving into the sinks. I replaced, I painted the sinks, I replaced the faucet, replaced the drain, got all that done, re-put them in. That might be in next week's video, it might not be, I don't know. But I'm still working on there. I still got stuff to do in there. So the bathroom there is not completely done yet. But it is this close. It really is this close. But yeah. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching my videos. You've obviously been watching the ads or letting them go through until the skip button. I'd prefer you watch it to the end. But most of the ads ain't that long, 30 seconds. If you can just let those run through, it'd be great. I am making a lot more money than I thought I was going to be making, to be honest with you. Now, it's only my first month. My first month is not over yet. I got approved on June 5th. And, you know, I'll tell you honestly, as of right now, I've made over $60 in 3.5 weeks. I still got about another week to go for the month to be complete. Now, they don't pay me until I get $100 racked up, but I've made over $60 already this month. If I do the same next month, I'll get a check. I'll end up getting a check in September, where I was thinking I wasn't going to be getting one until October, because for once you hit the 100, they don't pay you until the following month. So if I got 60 this month, if I get 60 next month in July, actually I'll get paid in August. So yeah, so keep watching. Keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing, keep coming back and watching my content. If there's anything you want me to do, try doing or whatever, you know, just let me know, like I said. And, yeah, that's about it, guys. But I just want to thank you so much. I really do want to thank you so much. New job's going good. More coming up on that later. Hit the like button right underneath there, the little thumbs up. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel over here. The little red, black subscribe button if you're on a computer. Or I don't know if it's like that on the phone too. I think it is. But yeah, the little black subscribe if you like that. And then come back on Tuesday for another taste test challenge. Come back on Friday for another around the house. And keep an eye out for a couple how-to videos that I got coming up here shortly. They will be released. I don't know when, but they will be released coming up in the next few weeks or so. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. I love you guys. Talk to you next week. Thanks, guys.